Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, the 5th of April 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Herbal Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Tuesday and what energy you'll be working with. And with this deck, I always use the little guidebook just to get the herb meanings. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards a few times, and then I'm going to choose 3 to see what the tarot wants to share about this day. So let's have a look at what that is. Right, so the first card is this one. We've got the High Priest, Sage. Then this card, the Knight of Wands. And finally, the Page of Cups. Oh, interesting. So we've got 3 men here, and the thing I'm noticing is that they go down in age. So we've got an older man, someone who's kind of an adult, and then we have like a teenager. The masculine in the tarot always represents a message that it's time for you to build and to use your strength and your power to create something new. And with this here, the age thing, I feel that you're going from a place of feeling like your options are limited to getting in touch with a sense of power and the freedom that comes with it. So you have different choices, and that leads you to learn something new. So that's kind of an interesting way of presenting that. The High Priest is the Hierophant, and that's a card that says, if you want to understand spiritual principles, if you want to fit into some group, or if you want to gain knowledge, there's someone out there who knows, someone who's sage, someone who's wise, and who can help you in your quest for meaning and answers. Often the Hierophant to me seems kind of exclusive because we've got this Pope-like figure usually sitting there, 2 monks who are kneeling in front of him, and then the keys are at the front of the card, and it's almost like this person has been put on a pedestal. He's got specialist knowledge. And if you want to get through to the other side, you have to go through him. And to me, I always have an issue with that because we all can connect on a spiritual level. We can get answers for ourselves. We don't need the approval or permission of anyone. And usually people who've been elevated like this, I mean, if you look at the world, they often have these nonsensical rules and always think that they're very important. So I think that's my personal bias when it comes to the High Priest based on my experience with religion. But, you know, in a benign way, the High Priest basically says that there are other people out there in the world who have a lot of experience and knowledge. And by talking to them, you can actually learn something. We have these 2 pillars behind him. So he is kind of guarding this doorway. And he's holding this ankh, so a symbol for eternal life and spirituality. By speaking to him and getting the answers, you're able to make progress and you're able to get through to the other side. He's got this white turban on his head, and white is a symbol for spirituality. And it's interesting that the 2 columns here are white and blue. Usually they're black and white, representing negative circumstances and positive circumstances, duality, and getting to a place of unity. So kind of transcending good and evil. But here it's about connecting spiritually and listening to your feelings, to your intuition. That's what allows you to move on. And here he's wearing blue and purple and a little bit of red. So you're being supported by your guides, your higher self. Your feelings are talking to you at the same time. So connecting with yourself is very important, and that's what's going to allow you to make a lot of progress. So let's see what sage means in the herb thing. High Priest. Sage, inner guidance, spiritual guidance, guru, teacher, that which stimulates inner awakening and growth. So exactly what the High Priest is all about in this deck. Then the Knight of Wands, that's a court card. And this is either a characteristic that you tap into very easily today or that arises from within, or it's a person that you actually meet. And the Knight is extreme. He is really good at pursuing his life purpose and building something new. But when he doesn't get his way, he can get a little bit angry. So it's important to manage that energy, to be aware of it and to use it in a constructive way. Because it's fire, that has to do with life purpose and passion. So by looking at what you want to do in future, what you want to create for yourself or what you want to change, and gathering information from other people, from your intuition, from your connection with source, that's what's going to allow you to make a lot of progress. And then you're avoiding some of the pitfalls and you're avoiding kind of conflict or resentment or anger or rage, anything like that. I don't know how to say that exactly. Is it aconite? Let me know in the comments, please. The Knight of Wands, where is he? Page of Wands, King, Knight. The quest for passion and experience, hot-bloodedness. Okay. So you are on a mission here to find meaning in your life. And by using that hot-bloodedness, that fire, to get somewhere, to actually cover a lot of ground and to listen to several people or to do lots of research, to read lots of books, to let yourself be informed, that's the best way to use that fire as a fuel rather than burning something down. That's actually quite supportive. Finally, we've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very inexperienced when it comes to his relationships. Another court card, so a quality that you may feel within. But because we have two court cards, I think as well, what might happen is you're trying to get some information from people. And rather than get that information, someone may appear to have a major temper going, or someone seems like they don't know what they're talking about. Don't dismiss those people. They have the high priest sitting within them, regardless of kind of character flaws or things that may usually put you off. It's about being patient and listening to people and realizing that they're not perfect, you're not perfect, and everyone you get in contact with today does have something valuable to offer. So by, waving someone away because there's a quality that you don't like immediately, maybe you don't like his outfit or his hat or the way he's speaking or something like that, by keeping an open mind and being willing to learn from people who may be very different to you, that's the way to get the wisdom of the high priest today. So the good thing about the page is that even though he's inexperienced when it comes to spirituality, love, relationships, he's just dipping his kind of leg into the water for the first time, he's willing to learn. And he has this youthful optimism that if he does learn, he can perfect his relationships, and he really makes an effort. He works very hard. The herb in this deck, let's see, Page of Wands. No, Page of Cups. A young, passionate youth, either male or female. A person easily aroused to action on any level, be it amorous, business-related, idealistic, aesthetic, or otherwise. So, being reactive. And that's what I mentioned in terms of be patient with other people. You may be overly sensitive to particularly dislikes. But by looking beyond those and seeing how can I get some value out of this, I'm sure this person, even though, I don't know, let's say they don't choose their words very well, their delivery isn't the best. I'm going to look past that and see what content they have access to that I can get by speaking to them and then implement in my own way. That helps me with my life purpose and allows me to make a lot of progress. So number-wise, we've got 5, and the court cards count as 1. That's 6 and 7. 7 is the mind and creativity. So you do have control over your reactions and the way you choose to perceive certain things. You're not being held hostage by your own negative feelings here. And by going through the process and being willing to learn, you can actually educate yourself as such and broaden your mind by acquiring new and useful information. So I hope you have a good day. Ultimately, I think with the three men, the main message that I'm getting from this that's really encouraging is your ability to build. And because the knight is at the center, you have the ability to manifest your life purpose. If you would like a personal reading with me, please do get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. If you have any questions about your life purpose, relationships, resources that could kind of help you make progress, or what you want to study to get some clarity, what kind of you have a natural talent for, and what would work in your favor, or if you have any questions at all, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.